Bienvenue, walking the candy aisle. My name is Jeff, and thanks for joining me again for another review. Today we have some more international chocolate up for review. We are looking at Michel et Augustine's Petits Carrés. Petits Carrés, pas tout à fait carré. So this is a French chocolate company. They are, if you just take a second and just look at this packaging, I mean, it is pretty adorable. It's very busy, I understand that. And many of the people watching this video probably don't speak French. I only speak a petit peu. So forgive me if I get a few little things wrong here and there. Michel and Augustine is a relatively new company. They started, basically these two French guys met in school. 2003, they wrote a book about the bakeries and patisseries around Paris. And then in 2005, they decided to form a company, Michel and Augustine, and they started out by launching cookies, like a flavored cookie. So now they do cookies, and they went into other biscuits and some yogurt products. And they did quite well, sort of a cutesy niche sort of vibe to them, and now they have a ton of products. They're sold mostly in France and Belgium, and I imagine other French-speaking countries. But this was brought to me from France, from Paris. It was picked up and hand delivered to me, so I'm excited to try it. I'd never heard of them before, but just look at that. So this is how they brand themselves, right? Cute little guys there. If you read the back here, I'm just going to hold it here so people who can read it, maybe you can throw that image into Magic Window or Google Translate or something, and you can read their story. I got about halfway through it, and then some of the words got too complicated for me. So, but they're very cute. They're sort of modeled after the same sort of marketing strategy as something like, Westerners would understand, something like Ben and Jerry's. They have a direct relationship with the customer, and that's sort of part of their whole branding. So they're cute and they're accessible, and they seem like just regular dudes. So that's cool. This is their mascot, is a cute little cow. They have a number of cows in part of their story. They actually have cows in their factory, is what they talk about. Petits Carrés is a line of chocolates that they have. I think they have 3 or 4 SKUs of this. It's little squares, obviously. Little squares, but not quite squares, right? Because they're rectangles. So that's cute. This is the caramel with caramel, a pinch of salt, and chocolate, milk chocolate. And that's what they look like. So I'm excited. I guess that's a caramel on the outside, or maybe that's sort of a biscuit or something. I don't know. Like I said, I only know a petit peu français. So, that is clearly a biscuit, right? Yeah. Wow. Look at that. A little broken. I don't want to blame them for that, considering it did come across from France. And look at this. Apparently, actually, there's this red thing in here. So I was probably supposed to open it with that somehow. Oh well, that's okay. Next time I'll know. So this is what it is. A big bar of that, huh? So it's cookie on the bottom, which makes sense because these guys started out doing cookies, inlaid with chocolate and caramel in there somewhere. Do you see any caramel? Maybe it's infused, or maybe it's in the biscuit. Maybe it's just sort of hidden underneath. Let's try it out, though. I'm excited. Yeah, I mean, this is a chocolate, but it's really a little bit more a biscuit. It's a little bit more of a cookie. It's good. It's very, very heavy cookie-ish, if that makes any sense. It's more of a cookie than it is a chocolate, and that's pretty good. So I suppose I just want to just sort of let you know that I'm just sort of adjusting slightly my sort of thought process here, because normally I'm reviewing chocolates, whereas this really should be should be classified as a cookie. It's a cookie with a lot of chocolate on it, and for a cookie, it's good. It might be actually just in terms of cookie standards, it might be a little too much chocolate. I honestly, I think I am tasting the caramel, but it's just a hint. It's subtle. I think there's a layer of caramel just underneath the cookie. I mean, underneath the chocolate. I think it is there. It's really subtle wherever it is. This mostly just tastes like pretty good chocolate on a good cookie. Yeah. I would serve this at tea time, you know? I'd have this with a coffee or cup of tea at the corner cafe, as you do when you're in Paris, I suppose. Is this something I'd buy and take home for the family? I don't know. It's I don't know. Probably not. It's a little too. Oh, hey, can we see? Is there caramel on there? No, I don't see any, and I don't see any there either. It's a little. It's just not my style. I suppose some people would probably like it, but I think I'm just more used to Western style cookies. So maybe not quite for me, but I could see some people liking this. And I think I would definitely say that if you were like out and about and having a cup of tea on the street or a coffee or an espresso out on the street corner at a cafe, this is the kind of cookie that you want. I would imagine this is the kind of cookie I would want if I was having that sort of, very sort of French experience, a very European sort of experience. Something a little decadent, right? That's how it kind of feels. A little decadent by Western standards. Because Western standards are either very bland and boring like digestive cookies or like over the top. But not in a rich way, which this chocolate is a little rich. So not bad, not quite my style, but well suited for a specific kind of purpose, I think. Just not your everyday sort of thing. Interesting packaging in that it really looks like a cookie. It looks like a chocolate bar, but whatever. Those French, they're always up to something. So I am going to have to rate the Petits Carrés caramel. I'm going to rate this a 3 out of 5. So decent, but not quite for me. Interesting though, and I do love the branding, and I love the look of this whole company, Michel et Augustin. I'd definitely be interested in checking out more from them, especially their ice cream. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please click the links if you want more, and I'll see you guys next time. Really appreciate it. Later.